I was like, okay.
That would be preferable.
I used to have his name written right here.
Look better.
My little note evidently got pulled out. Because I have different deputies in every city that I do. And when they constantly move in and out, I have to make a note.
Look how red he is.
Welcome to the April 2nd City of Oldsmar Council meeting. It is 7 p.m. I am calling this meeting to order. Thank you all for joining us. We're going to get started with our invocation and our pledge of allegiance to the flag by our City Attorney, Tom Trask. Please rise.
Heavenly Father, we give thanks that you have brought us through another election here in the city of Oldsmar. We pray that you will fill all of those with leadership roles with your compassion, wisdom, and resolve to make sacrifices and the right decisions for the common good. Let our leaders be guided by your Holy Spirit and not by selfish ambition, pride, or greed. Give them grace and humility, yet strength of character and commitment to promote your will. This we pray.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Very nice prayer, Tom. Thank you for that. The next item on our agenda is the Oldsmar Open Forum. Each speaker will be recognized once. We'll be limited to 5-minute presentation on any subject. Please state your name and your address for the record. The open forum will conclude at 7:30 p.m. Is there anybody in the council chambers that'd like to speak? Come on up.
Good evening. My name is Craig Gross, 711 Satin Leaf Avenue, Oldsmar, Florida. Proudly displayed Andrew Knapp's and Steve Graber's posters in our yard, and I'm glad to see you guys back.
Thank you.
I'm here tonight basically to talk about an organization that my wife and I started 12 years ago after our son gave his life in Afghanistan, the full measure for our country. And to this day, I can't tell you how proud I am that my son grew up in this city. And there's all kinds of remembrances throughout our city about Corporal Frank Robert Gross. At the ballpark, on the bridge, at the Memorial Park down here, the Veterans Memorial Park. At R.E. Olds Park, there's a huge mural there. And my wife and I cannot say thank you enough to this wonderful city. We're indebted to the city of Oldsmar. So we started an organization called Gold Star Awareness. A lot of people don't know about us because we just go about our business kind of like under the radar. We're trying to help other Gold Star families, especially the children of the fallen or the brothers and sisters, the siblings of the fallen. When a family has a son or daughter that joins the military, do we have anybody here that has a son or daughter, a relative that's in the military right now?
I had brothers and a dad that were in the military.
Okay. Uncle, okay. You're a Blue Star family, okay? And if, Tom, you have a son, right, that's currently serving, right?
Correct.
So you're a Blue Star family once your son or daughter starts serving, and you're a Blue Star family forever after that. If your son or daughter sadly gets wounded, you become a Silver Star family. And if they're killed in action, as our son was 16 July 2011 in Afghanistan in an IED attack, you become a Gold Star family. And it's a club that, quite frankly, none of us wanted to join. But we're all very thankful that it exists. So my wife and I started the Gold Star Awareness to help these families of the fallen. On, I believe it's June 1st,
Yes.
our mayor, Dan Saraki, will be speaking at the state convention for Gold Star mothers. And that convention is actually being held here in Oldsmar at one of the hotels here locally. There will be several Gold Star moms from throughout the state of Florida. So what does our organization do? We help families of the fallen. We help sisters and brothers. We've had some newlyweds, some brothers and sisters that have gotten married, and it's tough starting out, right? So because they're Gold Star, and they're recognized as Gold Stars, and we verify it. We vet everybody before we send any money. We send these newlyweds usually a check for $1,000. And can you imagine getting a wedding gift like that from people that you don't even know? And so we do that. We've helped Gold Star mothers repair roofs, repair their floors, repair their kitchens, plumbing, electrical problems, and these type of things. When you lose a son or daughter in the war, your life changes drastically, and sometimes your life becomes muddled, and it's tough to navigate through your grief. And so that's what we're there for. We're there to help these families get through their dilemma. So every year, and this is something that I've never done before, every year we have a golf tournament. And that golf tournament helps us raise money. We raise any place, usually on our golf tournaments, $17,000, $18,000. And then we have, some other small fundraisers throughout the year so that we can keep our organization going. We're very transparent. Anybody can come and ask us for information about our organization. But we have a golf tournament coming up on 11 May. Everybody has to be there at 0700. Tee time is 0800. Apologize for that, but the golf clubs, they want to get people on the course and off the course so that their members can play. We're going to be having it at the Timber Greens Golf Course up in Newport Richey. Beautiful golf course, and they've given us a fantastic deal this year. The golf tournament, we're asking for sponsors of at least a minimum of $1,500. Is that my time? Am I 5 minutes up?
Craig, you can keep
Can-
going.
Can
Don't
I?
worry. I'm gonna
Okay.
let you keep
I
going.
apologize for that, folks. I'll make it quick. I did not know that the city of Oldsmar had such a thing as, helping Gold Star or nonprofits, okay? I know that I missed the March 31st deadline. If I would have known, I would have applied. Asking for the good graces of city council, if you so want to put it on the docket and override the extension and help us anyway, that's fine. No hard feelings if you don't, all right? I got over feeling, like I'm begging when I ask for money, because my wife and I do not profit at all from this organization, at all, not one dime. We pay our own expenses. We pay our own gas. We pay our own hotel rooms when we go on these conventions and everything. So we're very transparent, and if anybody ever wants to look at our books, they're more than welcome to come in and do that. And there's a lot of nonprofits that won't let you do that, period. So there's information in here. I have these folders I'd like to give each of the city council. You got one.
Did you give me? Where did I
I
go?
dropped one after work.
Oh, well,
So you get another
The
one.
receptionist didn't give it to me.
thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so, having said all that, I appreciate the time, and let me just say this. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Craig.
Craig.
Anybody else like to speak to the council? No one? Oh, come on up. Yep, come on up.
Jason Sanders with the Upper Tempe Bay Chamber of Commerce, 101 State Street West. I'm going to be a little bit all over here. I'm wearing several hats right now with this, but I wanted to mention first, Oldsmar Days, Ari Olds Park this weekend. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Just to give you an idea of the bands that'll be out there, we have Blackstone Hill, Sweet Lick, let me see, who else is in here? Carmelo the Musician, Restless Soul. We have a Hot Wing Challenge on Saturday, and a hot wing challenge on Sunday, for those of you who are interested. Not you, Mr. Mayor. Oh, yeah, I know we don't do that. And then, let me see, who else? Jezebel, and we also have a carnival. If I didn't mention that, I should have mentioned that 4 or 5 times. So come on out and see us, should be a good time. Free entry for everyone, and we're gonna tear it up a little bit this year, I think. So we got a lot of vendors and the carnival, so we're looking for a good time.
Car show.
What's that?
New York car show?
Car show, oh, but yeah, what, car show, when's the car show?
I'm bringing them on.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, car show. What else do we have, Mr. Mayor? You know it better than I do.
Bringing the Monte Carlo. I know
Come on.
that. My wife says we're bringing
Parade,
the Monte Carlo.
car show. Jason Nastasi will be out there with the car show. Is that Jason Nastasi?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Good. So yeah. So more than I can even remember to go on out there. So come on out, have a good time. If you can't find something to do, come see me. I'll let you pick up garbage with me. All right. We got plenty to do. Yes. Yes, we do. Yep. Face painting. I think we've got some balloons. So, what's that? Balloon artist, maybe. If not, I'll do it for you. It's fine. I'm
There
good.
are often questions about the wristbands.
Yes.
Are they daily, and how much are they for the
They're,
carnival?
okay, now I believe, well, I don't believe this part. I know this part. I know that they are daily.
Wristbands are
Wristbands
daily.
are daily. I believe they are $20.
Because I saw online $30, and then I saw 20, and I was like,
Yeah.
I heard
I think
20 and I saw online 30, so
Okay,
I agree. And everyone's asking us.
okay.
What's the
typical
difference?
question we get as soon as like you share that information. Everybody's like, "Is there a carnival, and
Yeah.
how much is it?" And I'm like,
I'm sorry I can't do that publicly now, but I will text and I will let you know before the meeting's, well, when the meeting's over. I won't interrupt you for that.
"We can always share it."
And then the other
Yeah,
question is,
exactly.
can
Yes,
you
sir.
buy a whole weekend pass for the kids? My grandkids want to go on all weekend long.
You cannot.
I think
Okay,
it's only
Yeah.
daily.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's daily,
Right.
Okay,
We'll just get you multiple wristbands.
all right.
That would be the plan. All right. Okay, done with that. Also, I wanted to mention real quick, for the Upper Tampa Bay Education Foundation, you guys, the council in the city of Oldsmar did support a presentation we had to Forest Lakes Elementary, which happened a couple weeks ago now, I believe. Mayor Saraki was there at that with us, making the presentation, and just wanted to let you know that with that, we always try to get some feedback so you know where the money, kind of how it's used and where it went to and everything else. So we found out while we were there after the big thank yous, and they were very excited about it. All the money that they have there is unrestricted to them to use however they want, so they're going to use it to support their after-school activities, new after-school activities, such as art club, running club, and music club. They can't use the money that they get from the county and state and everything else, except for the existing programs that they have, so they can't open up any new ones, and they've had a big, large request for some more diverse things there, so they're gonna use the money towards those clubs, starting those clubs up from scratch. So besides regular sports programs, and then the grant dollars will help to fund snacks and supplies for the students while participating in the new programs. Okay?
And
Yes, sir.
Thursday will be where?
Correct. Thursday, Oldsmar Elementary.
Yep.
That's correct. 9 o'clock?
Yes.
Yes, 9 o'clock. You just need to do my job.
No, no, no. You're doing great.
Okay. And I'm sure you'll be there for that as well, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'd show you the good picture we have, but I, didn't want to do all that now, so that's fine. We'll get that in a report later. But so you know that went well and that happened. Also, one last thing, if you didn't notice, Mr. Peruzzi, if you don't know him or has been introduced, he's back with us at the chamber. So he's back at home and ready to work. So if you need him for anything, he's there, and we'll be abusing him best we can. So welcome back to Jerry.
Good to see you, Jerry.
You're
Welcome
welcome.
back.
Would you like to say anything, Jerry? You'll have a few minutes. Okay. Thank you. Jerry says thank you, and I say thank you for him. So we're happy to have him back and excited. So good to have somebody back in the family, back here, helping us out, doing our good work. So that's all. Thank you.
Jason.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, is there anybody else that would like to speak to the council? All right, with that, I'm going to close the Oldsmar open forum. Next item on our agenda is our community minute, which will be read by our city clerk, Kristen Garcia.
Stormwater Master Plan Workshop will be held Thursday, April 11th, 6 p.m. at State Street Center. The 2024 Annual Shred and Recycling Event will be held Friday, April 26th from 8 a.m. to noon at Oldsmar Sports Complex. Entry is via the Tampa Road, and this event is free to Oldsmar residents and businesses. The 2024 Annual Hurricane Expo will be held Saturday, April 27th, 10 a.m. to noon at the Cypress Forest Recreation Center. Residents and businesses are encouraged to attend this free event to learn about flood zones, sandbags, evacuations, and more. And that's all I have.
Thank you very much. Next item on our agenda is approval of an additional new agenda item. Today, we only have one, which is item 4. I need a motion to approve.
Second?
Motion and a second. Any other discussion on this? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item, we're going to change hats right now. We're going to go into the Community Redevelopment Agency, which is our CRA. I'm going to open up that meeting, and we have one item on the CRA agenda, and our city manager, Felicia Donnelly, is going to take care of that.
Thank you, Mayor. It's adopt resolution 2024-16 designating Mayor Dan Saraki as chair and Vice Mayor Steve Graber as vice chair of the Community Redevelopment Agency. This is a post-election housekeeping item, as well as a housekeeping item after the annual vice mayor appointment. To conform with Florida Statute 163.356, paren 3, paren C, city staff recommends designating Mayor Saraki as chair and Vice Mayor Steve Graber as vice chair of the Community Redevelopment Agency. I will read the resolution by title only, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Oldsmar, Florida, acting as a Community Redevelopment Agency, designating the chair and vice chair of the Community Redevelopment Agency pursuant to Section 163.3563C Florida statutes and providing for an effective date hereof. This was a reading of title only of Resolution 2024-16.
Thank you very much. I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion on this item? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. I just have one other item I'd like to share with the council before I close the CRA. On October 22nd and October 25th is the Florida Redevelopment Annual Conference. I'd like to save that date. It is here in Tampa at the Marriott Water Street, and I hope that all of us can attend. I just wanted to share that with you. With that, I am going to close the CRA meeting. We're going to switch our hats, and we're going to go back to the city council meeting. The next item on our agenda is the consent docket, and this will be read by our city clerk, Kristen Garcia.
Item 2, approve minutes of the March 26, 2024 local canvassing board meeting. Item 3, approve minutes of the March 26, 2024 council meeting. Item 4, approve appointment of Haley Rowan Shirless as an ex officio team member on Parks and Recreation Advisory Board. Item 5, authorize city manager to advertise 2024-008 ITB construction of St. Petersburg Drive complete streets and roundabout project. Item 6, approve awarding the fire station tile floor replacement project to a Mohawk Carpet Distribution LLC under the same terms, pricing, and terms and conditions as the state of Florida number 080819 MCD LLC contract number 301-61700-20-ACS.
Thank you for that. Anybody wish to pull any item from the consent docket? All right, with that, entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion on any of the items? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. God bless you. All right, next item on the agenda is the City of Oldsmar, item 7, which is the presentation of Donate Life Month proclamation, and that'll be taken care of by Councilmember Andrew Knapp.
Looked like the battery or something was low, to be honest. There was like one bar on it.
We did fix it.
We did fix it? Okay. And yes.
Hello.
There you go.
You got it. First, I just want to thank you, Mayor, and just want to thank the council for agreeing to put this on tonight's agenda. This does have a personal meaning for me, as two of my family members, my uncle and grandfather, were organ donors, and so it was a no-brainer of wanting to recognize the LifeLink organization. So I will be presenting the Donate Life Month proclamation. Whereas one of the most meaningful gifts that a human being can bestow upon another is the gift of life. And whereas over 103,000 men, women, and children are currently on the national waiting list for organ transplantation, of which over 5,200 reside in Florida. And whereas 46,630, a record number of transplants, occurred in the calendar year 2023, thanks to the generosity of 23,287 deceased and living donors, of which 3,302 transplant patients and 1,343 deceased and living donors were from Florida. And whereas the need for organ, eye, and tissue donation remains critical as a new patient is added to the national waiting list for an organ transplant every 8 minutes, and each day roughly 17 people die due to the lack of available organs. And whereas one donor can potentially benefit 75 or more people. And whereas more than 11.3 million Floridians have already registered their decision to give the gift of life through organ and tissue donation at www.donatelifeflorida.org or on their driver's license. And whereas LifeLink of Florida is a nonprofit organization dedicated to the recovery of organs and tissue for transplantation therapy in Florida with a mission to honor donors and save lives through organ and tissue donation. Now, therefore, I, Andrew Knapp, on behalf of Dan Saraki, Mayor of the City of Oldsmar, Florida, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2024 as Donate Life Month in the City of Oldsmar and encourage all residents to consider giving life through organ donation and to sign up on Florida's Organ and Tissue Donor Registry by visiting www.donatelifeflorida.org or when renewing their driver's license or state identification card. And with that, we have Ashley Moore from the LifeLink Foundation to receive the proclamation, and she'll share a few words. Come on up, Ashley.
Thank you so much to the mayor and councilmember Knapp. This has been a huge month for us at the LifeLink Foundation. Last year, we had a record number of organ donors, 340 individuals who were able to give the gifts of life to 891 people through their organ donations. It's something we work on year-round, and we encourage everyone to consider donation, learn about it. We provide a lot of public education throughout the year. We do a lot of work in over 15 counties on the west coast of Florida, so we serve a very large population, but we will go anywhere and everywhere to make sure people are educated, both young and old, because the truth is anyone has the potential to donate. There is no age limit. Even if you are in less than perfect health, you would be surprised that there is probably something that you could give to other people. We are very proud of the work we've done, and we continue to want to, again, provide that education. And we thank you so much, the City of Oldsmar, for declaring it National Donate Life Month. This month, again, is just our organization throughout the service area doing multiple things. We have a lot of events at hospitals, Donate Life flag raisings to honor those who have given the gift of life, to give hope to those that are still waiting. And we're so excited to provide that education to many, many different areas of our service area. So thank you again so much.
Thank you for coming. Thank you, Councilmember Andrew Knapp. Thank you for that.
Thank you again, Council, for, again, allowing this to happen.
All right. Item 8 is presentation on library services. Felicia Donnelly, you want to take care of that?
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to present Susan Hurley, who is going to give us a presentation.
Yes, thank you. I'm here because I was here last year and I did a presentation about the library as a community space, highlighting our services, programs, activities, and anything pretty much not related to books or reading. So this year, I'm just back with an update to talk about the library services and over the past year and how it's been used by the community. So this is a chart. Who do we serve? This is a chart of our active users. Obviously, Oldsmar residents make up the bulk of our users with 6,248, and active users is anyone who's used their card in the past month. But we also, our second biggest group of users are actually from Hillsborough County. There's 702 residents from Hillsborough that use our library on a regular basis. Eastlake comes in at second at 624. The rest of the unincorporated areas is up next with 563, followed by Palm Harbor, and then the rest of the cities in Pinellas County and a few from Pasco County come in at 779. So it's not just Oldsmar residents, but the region as a whole. So what are they checking out? What are they using? Print is still king, obviously, with over 50,000 checkouts last year. It was actually 54,000. DVDs are still quite popular because not everything is streaming or is available. You still have to come in and check out the disc. Our third most popular item is our database that gives you access to the digital Tampa Bay Times. So the newspaper every day, now they only print 2 a week on Wednesdays and Sundays, but you can log in with your card and read the paper every day. That's popular. E-audiobooks, or ebooks, sorry. The electronic books are about the same as the e-audios. They're at about 10,300. The e-audios are our fastest growing group of items that people check out because over the last 5 years or so, it's gotten a lot easier to download the book to your phone and listen to it instead of having to carry around 10 or 20 CDs and listen to a book that way. And then our e-magazines are at the bottom with 2,256 downloads. What are they checking out? These are just some of the titles, the most popular titles from the last year. They were all checked out about over 20 times, so pretty much constantly when you can check them out for 2 weeks at a time. And they're pretty much your regular best-selling titles and authors, John Sanford, Colleen Hoover. And the one nonfiction on there that was quite popular was The High Five Habit. And in kids' books, these are pretty much the same everywhere. Dogman, yes, Dav
Jackson
Pilkey.
loves Dogman.
What's the author, Dav Pilkey, who also wrote the very popular Captain Underpants series. Those go out a lot. Diary of a Wimpy Kid has been a bestseller and a popular series for over 10 years. And Katie the Cat Sitter's a newer series that's also popular. The Mo Willems, Pigeon Find a Hot Dog, anything by Mo Willems is going to constantly go out. And then there's the Kindergarten picture book, and Barbie, of course, was quite busy this year. What else are they coming to the library for? Well, last year we had over 55,000 people visit the library. We held 213 programs, which almost 5,000 people attended. We answered just over 10,000 questions. Our conference and study rooms were used over 800 times. And we loaned 26,874 items to other libraries in Pinellas County. So some of our new programs this year. We started a genealogy program. We have a volunteer who comes in every week and is very good at using whatever information you might have about your family history to get you started on Ancestry and make connections and get you started charting your family tree. We've also started a new book club. It's a little unorthodox. It's a subject matters book club. So instead of assigning a single book that everyone reads, we just assign a subject and you can pick your own book. And then you come in and you talk about that. That's the last Wednesday of each month. And the subject for April is nature and the environment. And this summer, for summer reading, we're also going to have back our popular performers, The Magician and Didgeridoo Down Under. The Atlantic Coast Theater is going to be in, and the Giving Tree Drum Circle is going to be in also. And you can always find out more information about our programs on our website. Some of the new services we offered this year, we added 2 libraries countywide to our Museum Pass program. One is the Glazer Children's Museum, and the other one is the Collection on Palmetto, which is a car and engine museum collection. And the Friends of the Library were generous enough to donate money so we could buy 2 more passes for the Glazer Children's Museum because they were incredibly popular. So we have more there that can be checked out. And we also began a subscription to a new database called the Mailbox. And this is a database that's full of educational materials for children pre-K to 6th grade that are all accessible from a home computer. And That's pretty much it for my update on the big free library, but I also wanted to show our new little free library that we just installed. This was just installed at Veterans Memorial Park on Friday. And this was from a recommendation from previous Veterans Advisory Board team member Bailey Kylan, and it was approved by the Veterans Advisory Board. The Friends of the Oldsmar Library purchased the plain little free library. Mark McGinley designed the sticker wrap that goes around the outside, so it's an American flag around the outside. And then city employee Derek Kornacki painted the trim and did all the ceiling, and then Derek and Don Jenkins installed it on Friday, and then I filled it with books. So that's ready to be used, and that goes along with the other free libraries that we have around the city at Mobley Bayou Wilderness Preserve. There's one at State Street Center and one at Cypress Forest Rec Center.
Those are so cool.
Yes. So check it out when you're at Oldsmar Days this weekend.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
All right, great job. Thank you so much. Keep up the good work. Fantastic. Next item on our agenda is the city attorney, Tom Trask. Item number 9.
Thank you, Mayor. This is a public hearing and first reading of ordinance 2024-04 regarding the Code Enforcement Board. As you know, I reviewed with you at our last meeting that the code enforcement provisions of the city code needed to be updated because of some changes in the Florida statutes, and that is what you see in your packet. There have been no changes since we discussed it the last time. I'll go ahead and read ordinance 2024-04 by title only. An ordinance of the City of Oldsmar, Florida, amending Article 4, Code Enforcement Board of Chapter 2 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Oldsmar to reflect changes that have been adopted in Chapter 162 Florida statutes, providing for conflict, providing for severability, providing for codification, and providing for an effective date of this ordinance. That was the first reading of ordinance 2024-04 by title only.
Thank you. This is a public hearing. I am going to open up the public hearing. Is there anybody in the audience that'd like to speak for or against this item? With that, I'm going to close the public hearing. I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion on this item? Roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Graber,
Yes.
Councilmember Grimes,
Yes.
Councilmember Knapp,
Yes.
Councilmember Gannon,
Yes.
Mayor Saraki.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Next item is our city manager, Felicia Donnelly.
Thank you, Mayor. This is to request council approval to authorize the city manager to execute a one-year extension to grant agreement LPA 0351 with the Florida Department of Environmental Protection for the Oldsmar State Street Drainage Ditch Improvement Project. In 2023, the Florida State Legislature appropriated $1 million for budget year 2022 to 2023 to the city of Oldsmar for the State Street Drainage Ditch Improvements Project under the statewide Water Quality Restoration Project. Project is going to replace the existing ditch with a continuous box culvert. The area has been a large ditch on the northeast side of the road. At present, the culverts under the driveway create constrictions that cause erosion of the open ditch segments. Project will support the strategic priorities of maintaining existing infrastructure and enhance roadway safety for all modalities, including safe routes to school. Both the city and the Florida Department of Environmental Protection wish to extend the agreement for one additional year through March 31st, 2027. The agreement has been reviewed by the city attorney. Staff recommends approval.
Thank you very much. I need a motion to approve. I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion on this item? All right. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next item on our agenda is the city clerk, Kristen Garcia.
Item 11, consider canceling or rescheduling the July 2nd, 2024 council meeting. The first council meeting in July is scheduled for Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024. Mayor Saraki requested this at our last council meeting to discuss canceling or rescheduling this meeting to July 9th.
So since I brought this up, I'd like to just explain that usually we do cancel our first meeting in July for several different reasons, vacations. That week I'm camping with my grandsons, and I was hoping that we maybe could reschedule it to the 9th or cancel the meeting if it's okay with our city manager.
Are you out of town the weekend before?
Yeah, it's
Or the
kind of
weekend
weird.
after?
I actually come back the 5th.
And I'm out of town the 2nd through the 8th, so that'll be my first day back. Like, we're flying back home on the 8th.
I think
Yeah.
if that's the case, I think it's easier to just cancel it rather than reschedule it.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, I can get here on the 9th, but generally, the tradition's been that we cancel it. So we cancel that meeting, and then
Yes.
usually we did it with Thanksgiving this past year, but usually the one in December.
If you both, so you both are out of town. Sandy,
Vice
Yeah,
Mayor.
I can make either meeting, but it's just gonna be pushing it. Just like I said, so even if we left them as is, but if we could cancel it, then there wouldn't be it wouldn't be something that I would be concerning myself with when we're out of town.
And in the past, city staff has bombed us with, at the second meeting in July or the last meeting in June,
Well-
we usually have a large agenda, which I don't have a problem with if everyone's okay with canceling it.
I just hate canceling because we try to, the reason that all that stuff ends up on the agenda in the last, because you're in the last quarter of our fiscal year. So everybody's trying to do all of their purchasing and getting everything done in that last quarter before we have to rebudget. So
I can
I
do
still
that.
fall in the Beaverland camp of not canceling
Yeah.
city business due to vacations. But if we can't have a quorum, then, that's obviously a
Well,
problem.
you can, excuse me, Mayor, you can do the 9th.
Yes,
I can technically do the 9th.
I have no issues, so.
You have I don't have any conflict. Did you have a conflict, Sandy?
No, the
Yeah,
ninth
so
is-
there'd be a
ninth is
quorum.
good for me.
But yeah, it's just a matter, I just have to get up to speed on everything, which I can do. I don't have to work the 8th, we're just traveling, and we're taking the kids on planes and stuff, so that should be a blast getting back home, but that's all I was saying. I can do it, it's fine.
It was my understanding that rescheduling causes more logistical problems than just canceling.
Okay, which, Felicia?
Yeah, then that puts us 2 meetings back to back.
Yeah,
It's just
and
a-
we already have that
That's
for
what we just
August
did.
for budgeting.
Yeah, we just did it
So,
this week.
because we had to move our meeting to accommodate the
Oh, that's right.
School board or
school
something.
board or county or whatever it
Just
is.
plan for a long meeting.
Right, so we'll just plan for a long meeting then.
all right, then I need a motion to cancel the July 2nd meeting.
So moved.
Second. Any other discussion? Thank you. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Next item is city council comments, and we're gonna start with Vice Mayor Steve Graber.
Thank you, Mayor. I didn't have much tonight. We just had back-to-back meetings, and I know that puts a huge burden on all of us, right? Like we just discussed, so. What a wonderful event tonight. My son apparently likes speaking in front of large crowds. That was news to me, but that was fun to see, so thank you everyone who was here. Thank you to the canvassing board for serving. I'm really excited for the parade. They're very excited for the parade on Saturday. We're throwing beads again, I'm guessing? Throwing beads? Okay, gotcha. And just, once again, thank you to everyone who came out, voted, and everyone who's been sending congratulations over the last few weeks. It's been great. Real big sense of positivity coming from everybody, which is really nice to see. But that's all I had, Mayor. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Congratulations again. Councilmember Katie Gannon.
Thank you, Mayor. I wanted to tell everybody that I'm looking forward to this weekend, and I know most of us volunteering on Sunday, yes? Cool. That's always a really fun time to see everybody in the community. I wanted to remind everybody about the annual shred and recycling event. I am such a fan of this, and I really, really appreciate the businesses that help us put this on. Vital Records Control, OCM Recycling, the medications that the sheriff's office collects. I always take advantage of this. I know my mother is always jealous, but this is actually a really big deal. You could take 5 boxes of stuff. I went through my medicine cabinet a couple of months back, and I had so many old bottles of pills. Do not flush them. Do not throw them in the trash. This is so easy. You just drive through the entry at Oldsmar Sports Complex and from Tampa Road, and they just take the stuff out of your car, and off you go. And you don't have to worry about your old tax statements, your bank records, all that stuff. It all gets shredded, and it's all free. So usually you just show your driver's license or a utility bill. I've been through there before, and they don't ask. I assume that they either know me or they just really like me, but either way. And then I wanted to thank Andrew and Steve for bringing their families out tonight. It was nice to meet, some more of the extended family, and it's always so nice to see your kids. You both have really, really wonderful families, and
Thank you.
it reminds me of how much you do for your families in addition to everything that you do here. And I think that I sometimes forget that.
Thank you.
And so it's neat to see you in your role as dad as well as council member, and both of you are really great active dads. I see you chasing Jude, and I see, and I see Henry, carrying around carrots or pieces of pineapple as we enjoy, the nice, thank you, Kristen, for bringing, ensuring everybody had, incredible snacks and food and cupcakes. But it's a really cool moment to see you guys with your families, and it reminds me of how well-rounded and brilliant you both are, and it's really a privilege to serve beside you both. So congratulations on your new terms. The city is better for it, and happy to be up here serving with you.
Well, thank you so much.
That's it? All right. Do you have the date of the recycling? I didn't hear you say the date.
Yeah,
When is
it's
it?
on April
Oh, yeah.
26th,
Oh,
the
thank
Friday,
you.
from
Thank
8
you.
to noon.
Very good. All right, next is Councilmember Andrew Knapp.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a few things. I got a little bit of a extra busy week next week on top of my normal work responsibilities. We've got Tampa Bay Regional Planning Council meeting on Monday, as well as Ford Pinellas meeting on Wednesday. So I'll be bouncing around across parts of the county and virtually and all that good fun stuff. So I'll be able to report back at our next meeting about the results of those meetings. Also really looking forward to this weekend. Get to celebrate my birthday on the parade.
Oh, nice.
So should be a fun time. And as Councilmember Gannon mentioned, we are working a beverage tent Sunday, 12 to 6. So we'll be out there with, I know my uncle and my mother are really looking forward to Jezebel. So it should be a fun time. And just finally, a couple housekeeping / thank you things as it relates to the election. I wanted to thank Kristen for running your first one here in the city.
That's true.
You made it
That's right.
effortless and it was fantastic, and I'm going to get some more practice between now and next March. So thank you again for all that you put, the efforts that you put into it with your staff of making it seamless for both those that came out on top and the other folks that ran. As I mentioned in the last meeting, something that's really important to me as previously presenting the community engagement policy and wanting people in our city to be more engaged, I put a challenge out there to folks that of the 2,300 people that voted to go recruit somebody to go vote in August. If we don't do anything about it, it is likely that we'll have far less people participate in August because now there's not a presidential primary. So one of the things that I really wish to undertake on my own personal time is to help drive that engagement out there. I'll be trying to develop some kind of social media page or something just to keep people in tune of what's coming up. It's important to me, and I'm sure everybody up here can also agree with that, is when you've got less than a quarter of the people in the city voting to put the 5 of us up here, it's kind of a minority speaking for the majority, right? So it's something that is still in the early stages and spinning around up here of how we can help continue to maintain that engagement moving forward and hope to get, crack the 3,000, the 4,000 voter participation here in the city. So stay tuned on that. And then just a couple final thank yous. I want to thank my parents who toughed it out here tonight at the meeting. They were effectively my yard sign team for the campaign, driving around and staking them out and putting up big ones that Dad and I still have to go take down. So we'll be doing that soon. And only got a chance really to share it online because she wasn't at the watch night party, but if she's watching, thank you, Nicole, for all that you did in supporting our family over the last 5 months, because it definitely was a challenge, but we got through it. We got through it in the right way that we hoped. So can't ever take that away from us. And as Councilmember Gannon mentioned again, it was like, it's great to be able to enjoy more time being a dad again. So kind of lost some of that over the last 5 months. I'm sure Councilmember or Vice Mayor Graber could attest to that too.
Absolutely.
So again, thank you to everybody that participated, for all 2,300 that went out there and made a choice, whether it was for me or for Valerie. The fact that you participated means a whole lot to all of us, and we look forward to you again going out and finding somebody to commit to vote next time. So that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Councilmember Sandy Grimes.
Just want to echo what Councilmember Gannon said. You know, we're glad you're both reelected. It was a great campaign. And looking forward to seeing everyone at Oldsmar Days this weekend, and all of you on Sunday.
All right, thank you. I just have 2 items. Oldsmar Days, I plan on being there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Unfortunately, I'm not working the tent with you guys. I'm going to be at the Oldsmar Cup. As a matter of fact, I want to show you the trophy that we're going to be giving out for the Kentucky Derby winner. There's the trophy that will be going to the Oldsmar Cup on Sunday. But I'll be out there with you. I'm going to be at the car show, and I'll be doing some other stuff, but I'll be saying hello. But you guys can pour the beer. I look forward to a great weekend.
Mayor, just to clarify, they're winning the Kentucky Derby?
No, they're gonna, but they go to the Kentucky Derby. The winner goes to the Kentucky Derby.
Making sure.
But thanks for correcting me.
No, it was no correction. Just
Wish
make-
they did win the
No, I
Kentucky
was
Derby.
I was
That'd be
going to
pretty
say,
cool.
that's a big boon for the racetrack.
And then I just want to congratulate Andrew and Steve, Vice Mayor. Both of you guys did a great job. Also Vincent Val. It's not easy to run for city council. It's a lot of work, and we all know that up here. And I appreciate all the hard work by all the candidates. I mean, it is definitely a challenge, knocking on doors, meeting with people, talking with people. And all I can say is I think that we have a great team up here. I am proud to be the mayor of them, of everyone up here. And just congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say that. And believe it or not, like Andrew Knapp said, it just starts in 2 weeks? We're starting all over for August election, so the signs will be back up in the yards pretty soon. All right, with that, we have item 13, approved tentative agenda for April 16th, 2024. Does anybody wish to pull or add anything to the agenda?
Nope.
All right, we have a motion to approve the tentative agenda.
So moved.
Second?
Any other discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you all for coming. Meeting adjourned.